Russia and Ukraine have been locked in a bloody war since February 2022. Today, Russia controls about 20% of Ukrainian territory, but after 3 years, they've paid dearly in blood and treasure. Their once fearsome military reputation has been shattered, and even now, Russia doesn't control Ukraine's skies. Both sides are exhausted. And the big question is, how much longer can they actually keep going before one collapses? The United States and Russia are currently negotiating what could become the end of the war. But so far, no real common ground has been found, and the fighting continues. In this video, we'll break down what's happening on the battlefield today, what each side realistically hopes to gain through negotiation, and how the United States might shape the outcome. The war today. Most analysts focus on Moscow's grinding, months-long ground offensive. The key point? Russia is making painfully slow progress. There have been moments of advance, hundreds of meters here and there, especially toward Pokrovsk, a key town in Donetsk. Moscow has been claiming for weeks that it's about to take the town, but every time Ukrainian special forces counterattack and push them back. In the skies, Russia continues its brutal campaign against Ukrainian cities and civilians. It's causing weekly casualties, but with little strategic impact on the front lines. Meanwhile, Ukraine's growing drone fleet has become a nightmare for Russia. They're striking oil facilities, transport hubs, bridges, railroads and depots, all the way to Vladivostok in the far east of Russia. Putin keeps boasting about new Ukrainian territory being brought into the Russian fold, but the reality is that Russia can't even secure its own airspace. At sea, the once mighty Black Sea fleet has been pushed back to the eastern Black Sea. Drones have gutted its power projection, reducing it to little more than a long-range missile platform. Ukraine's ports? They're still open for trade. Diplomacy? Still going nowhere. It's not surprising that negotiations haven't produced much. Putin has shown little interest in ending the war. Putin's long-term goal looks clear: political control of Ukraine, if not outright domination. Zelensky, once hailed as Europe's modern-day Churchill, is now under heavy domestic pressure. Protests and demonstrations are rising, many tied to corruption issues. Calls for him to step down are getting louder, and that plays directly into Russia's propaganda machine. If Ukraine can't deliver a battlefield victory soon, they may find themselves spending more energy suppressing unrest at home than resisting Moscow. Meanwhile, Donald Trump has signaled openness to concessions that would come at Ukraine's expense, essentially giving up land Russia hasn't yet captured. His deadlines have passed, his frustration is clear, and Putin knows patience is his greatest weapon. The Russian people, whether willing or unwilling, march to the beat of their modern Tsar's war drums. Ukraine's fighting spirit running out. In the early days, Ukraine rallied hard. Victories like Kyiv and Kherson lifted morale, and patriotic energy was at its peak. But today, the population is exhausted. Peace feels more urgent than ever. Zelensky doesn't have the political capital he once had, and Ukraine's future, along with his own, is uncertain. What would a transition of power look like? Could a new leader be a Russian puppet? Would NATO be weakened in the fallout? There are no clear answers. What is clear is the dilemma. Ukraine wants peace and international security guarantees, but refuses to cede land. Russia wants capitulation, no foreign troops in Ukraine, and refuses to give up its annexed land. That deadlock means one thing: the bloodshed is far from over. Conclusion. Diplomatically and militarily, Russia and Ukraine are stuck. Trump and his allies haven't moved the needle, and with Europe following America's lead, Ukraine's position looks precarious. If Ukraine wants continued Western support, they need to prove they can still win. That means bold action, striking deep into Russian military infrastructure, regaining momentum in the Donbass, and scoring another Kharkiv or Kherson-style victory. They've already lost valuable troops and equipment at Kursk. From here on out, every decision matters. Thanks for watching our update on the war in Ukraine and the stalled negotiations with Russia. Join us next time as we explore the battlefield technology being used in Ukraine and how it could shape future conflicts, including America's looming standoff with China over Taiwan. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay in the prone.